Yo, what's going on, guys? And of course, we got to talk about now what's happening with the Sixers. Obviously, the Sixers are allegedly targeting Zach LaVine and OG Anunoby. Not saying that trade's gonna happen right now, okay? But let's talk about it. I've said it before. If the James Harden trade were to go through, there aren't many people that you could trade for. I literally speculated, sat here, and you guys agreed with me. I said it, and I was like, okay, let's think about it. If they trade James Harden, they're going to get the picks, they're going to get the salary filler to go trade, because they said this whole time they want a trade that they're going to be able to go get another trade for a star. And I said, let's sit here. Who are the players you can trade for? Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Jeremy Grant, OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam. And we don't know how much validity behind those guys actually being traded is true. That's the big thing. We don't know if there's actually validity that those guys are actually going to be traded. So it brings up this whole thing. OG and Anunoby makes sense. If you can keep this team together, and let's just talk about it. OG's making like 20, but that's a rental. Zach LaVine's on the longer deal making like 40. And with Marcus Morris, Nick Batum, and Robert Covington, right there, those three players, you can get Zach LaVine. And like, not saying that that's what the Bulls would want, saying salary-wise, you match. Same thing for Jeremy Grant. Same thing for DeMar DeRozan. Same thing for Pascal Siakam. Now, it all comes down to what do you think they want for picks. That's the big if, okay, in my opinion. And I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's definitely, with the way that everything's looking, I'm curious. Okay? I'm curious. Also, I did not know daylight saving times across a year. How? And there's certain parts of the United States that don't do it. So it's like, why do we do it? Or so there's parts of the countries that don't, the world that don't do it. So either way, I do want to hear your guys' thoughts. That's basically, I don't know. I think it's an interesting day due to the fact that, let's just talk about what Zach LaVine brings you. Zach LaVine, all right, a guy who, I'm not going to say he's a bad player. Zach LaVine's a high-quality offensive player. He's the type of guy who's going to come out, be a threat in the half court, as well as in transition. He's a great athlete still, can get his shot, catch and shoot well, and he's improved as a defender, albeit he's still not the best. He's a two-time All-Star. Now, what do you get with my man OG Anunoby? I think for this team, I think OG might be better, but we don't know how much more of a jump OG is going to take. I've been waiting for the OG jump for 3 years. All right. And he's only 25, and he's a versatile two-way player. He's never been an all-star, but he's been an all-defensive second-team member for the first time last year, 6'7", 230. He's active on defense, one of the best defenders in the league, and he's got a no-nonsense attitude. He's a real threat on both ends. He's not necessarily a number 2 option, but he's definitely a number 3 option on a contender. So that's belief that Tyrese and our man are going to be able to do it. So I don't know. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think? It's an interesting one, to say the least, but that's going to be my video. I want to hear your opinions. What do you guys think of the Sixers, Zach LaVine, and all that good stuff? But yeah, bye.